What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Confucius. Yeah, black guy, Chinese name. As usual, I've been talking to people here and there, getting different viewpoints, different ideas on certain things. And I've been looking at this Iran thing lately. And no, I'm not for the things that they do in Iran. I'm not against the things that they do in Iran. When it pertains to their culture, how they treat each other, and what they do. Now, a few weeks ago, a young lady, I guess she wasn't wearing her headscarf correctly, and they said she was beaten and died. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not condoning that. But some people in my circle think that they do things like that because they are afraid of women, or they want women to be inferior. And I disagreed. I said, listen, I don't know why countries do what they do. Iran is, if I'm not mistaken, part of Persia, the old regime. It's been around a lot longer than America. So it's hard for me to say what's right for one country and what's wrong for one country. Only evidence I got to go off of is look at America. And I realize sometimes if you don't stop things at its foundation, it will grow and become something that's unattainable, unavoidable, something that will get so out of hand that once it's out of the basket, you can't put it back. So if they got standards for their way of life, then I respect their standards for their way of life. It's not up to me to say if it's wrong. I look at America, okay? I see young kids dressed up in two-piece bathing suits. I see young girls dressed up in the most skimpiest clothes that they shouldn't wear. I also see all of this promoted by women. And I'm like, why would you want your child to wear things like that? Why would you want her to dress up as a stripper? Why would you want her to dress up as some unmoralistic whore? I also see the same thing when a lot of American women, more now than ever before, their sons are coming up more feminine than I've ever seen. So I look at that and I say, well, maybe Iran is looking at the example that Western society has made, and they deciding not to let their culture get out of hand like it is here. I have nothing against anyone who wants to do what they want to do. But why is it that Western societies always have an issue with what Eastern societies do? Mainly Arabs, Indians, and things of that nature. It's like they always have a problem with what they do, but never want to be questioned on what we do. So everything that Western democracy decides to do is okay, and everything that they've been doing overseas for years is all of a sudden wrong? Help me understand that. Now, again, I'm not for it, I'm not against it. I'm not condoning what happened to this young lady. But I also understand that if you don't stop things before it begin to start, it will get so out of hand that you can't put that back in a box. But that's only my opinion, Let me know how you feel. Again, I'm not for it, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that a country that's less than 300 years old telling societies that's been around for thousands of years what's right and what's wrong. And this whole democracy thing here is not really working out that well. It works for people who are extremely rich, who has influence, but it doesn't work for the regular common Joe. It has the illusion of working, but does it really work? Again, we are attacked daily by advertisement, by deception, by divide and conquer techniques. And a lot of this starts with what we allow our children to view, what we allow in our household, and then we become stuck. Then it spills over to the schools and the curriculum and what we teach. Then it becomes part of work life. I mean, at one point, where is the ceiling for all this? But I look at a country like Iran, I look at Saudi Arabia, and I see that they won't even let it take a foothold in their society. So is that so wrong? But hey, that's only me.